everyone, welcome back to the channel, Becoming a Biblical Trophy Wife. I have been out for a little while, so we had school start. I'm involved in a few things with the school, and we've just had life go crazy. So if you can relate to life going crazy, let me know that below in the comments, because that is what it has been. And I have a senior in high school and I have a sophomore in high school that thinks he's going to graduate early next year. So a potential junior situation. So you know how busy life can get. All right, so I want to dive in today because I'm talking about vitamins and health and what has been working for me. So most of you know, or all of you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I am what's considered a carnivore or ketovore. Every once in a while, I can eat green beans, okay? But the other night we had brisket queso and I made it here at home and I used pico de gallo on everyone else's, and I did put some on mine and realized I should not be eating pico de gallo. It made my joints flare up and everything hurt for a couple of days. So for me and my body, I will be eating mostly meat. And if I have the opportunity to have a green bean, you betcha I'm gonna eat a green bean, okay? Because I love green beans, they're delicious. So that said, I'm going to get into some vitamins and some different things that I do that help me. And I will caveat this with a lot of the carnivore community out there says you do not need to supplement at all when you are on the carnivore diet. You do not have to worry about vitamin C deficiency or anything like that. You literally get everything you need from the meat, okay? If you're eating steak, bacon, and eggs like I do every day, you are getting your vitamins. However, I was severely depleted for a number of years, and so I feel like I need to supplement, and I feel like I need to supplement because I feel better when I do, okay? So that said, I'm gonna show you what vitamins I take and give you some of the key benefits of some of the ones that could help you. You don't necessarily need all of these, so I'm gonna target vitamin B complex and vitamin D for the rest of y'all. Okay, but if you have questions about anything else, please let me know. I'm always here to help you out, always ready to answer questions. If I don't know the answer, y'all better believe I'm ready to research it for you, okay? Because that's just who I am. And it's what I enjoy. So I am going to show you a few of the products. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I do not have any affiliations with any of these companies. And I'm just simply showing you what I have been enjoying in my life. So one of the main things that bothered me on this journey is leg cramps, okay? I got them so severely bad, and not just from my diet, but because I exercise a lot. As you all know, I work out every single day, and I also get in several steps, or at least try to get in 10,000 or more steps every day. Sometimes it's around 7. It just kind of depends on what's been going on with my day. So I'm going to start with electrolytes. Okay, so the first one I want to point out is called Relight. This one is really good. I enjoy this a lot. They come in multiple flavors. They have, it's by Redmond's Real Salt, by the way, Relight. Comes in multiple flavors and different things. If you are not sensitive to sweetener, if you are sensitive to sweetener, go with the unflavored. It's just going to be the salt, potassium, and magnesium, okay, which is all you need for electrolytes. But what we like about this one is that it uses, I think it's stevia. Yep, stevia. Some of them use different ones. So this one uses stevia. So if you're not sensitive to stevia or sweeteners don't make you have cravings, this one would probably be a good one for you. Otherwise, go with unflavored if you have, issues with cravings. I don't have that problem, so I'm okay with the stevia, but I know several of my friends that can't have artificial sweeteners because it do cause them to have cravings. So just keep that in mind as you're shopping for different things. LMNT also has an unflavored, just regular, nothing else added to it, salt, potassium, magnesium, okay? Those are always available. Another one that I get is this hydration. This is by the Within You brand. You all have seen me enjoying the steak shakes, and we do the total carnivore one because it's literally just meat and stevia. That's it. I don't even know how they do it. Like, it's some kind of something that's going on in there. Same thing with this. This is the electrolytes. This is chocolate. It also comes in salted caramel. My husband and I like to add these to our coffee in the morning. It not only makes our coffee feel super bougie, but we're getting our electrolytes in at the same time. So bonus. All right. Sorry, you are getting a little bit more of my natural personality today because I feel like I know you a little bit now. Okay. We're getting to know each other here. So, make sure you drop in comments. Let me know how you're doing. If you're ready, not if you're ready, but if you have tried the carnivore diet, are eating a carnivore diet, have thought about it, let me know in the comments. So now I'm going to dive into a couple of the other things that I supplement with, and that is a multivitamin. Okay, I take one multivitamin, just one, every single night. I know this is a huge container because I got it from Members Mark. I'm really careful about the ingredients that I purchase. I say ingredients, but anything that I buy that comes in a bottle like this, I have to make sure, number one, it doesn't have any sugar in it because I'm a completely sugar-free girly. Number two, it doesn't have any soy in it because I am highly sensitive to soy. I say highly as in, if I have too much soy sauce, I'm going to have problems, okay? The third thing I have sensitivities to is apple, and you would be absolutely shocked at what apple is in, okay? It's in your skincare, it's in a lot of vitamins, it's in a lot of different things. So if you have sensitivities and you're finding that you are just constantly, your body is just constantly feeling like it's under attack, check your labels, because there might be something in there that you are sensitive to. And if you don't know what your sensitivities are, there are several tests out there that you can even take at home that will let you know what you're sensitive to. You don't necessarily have to go see an allergist. That's to find out if you have a life-threatening allergy, okay? These are sensitivities that I have. It's not life-threatening. That said, any sensitivity can turn into a life-threatening allergy. That's a video for another time, but let's keep moving. Okay, so the next thing I take every day, because I really don't want to just sit down and eat tallow. Not really my thing. So I take a collagen peptide, and this does have vitamin C and biotin in it. And part of the reason for that, I'll show you, is I have really brittle, dry nails. I don't know if you can see them. I think you probably can. And that has been a struggle my entire life. But I do find that this does help, okay? And this is, I also have to be careful with what kind of capsule these come in. So this one's a vegetable capsule, which I'm okay with. It doesn't have any soy. It actually says right there, no soy, no wheat, no lactose. So if you are like my child and you are gluten-free, dairy-free, we say gluten-free, dairy-free, life-free, fun-free, air-free, all the frees. We like to joke with her about that. But this one I like to take because it's helping my hair, it's helping my nails, and I feel better when I take it. The next thing I take, and you already know I'm taking these electrolytes, but I also need extra potassium. I take a potassium supplement. This is just from the regular grocery store. Y'all, I'm not spending a fortune on this stuff. I get it from Sam's Club, grocery store, what have you. The only things that we're ordering online at this point in time is the hydration and the Relight, these two right here, okay? That's the only thing I'm really buying online. Everything else I am getting from the grocery store, okay? Because you can get it from there. All right, this potassium, again, I check all the ingredients on the side, make sure I'm just getting potassium, which that's what this is. This is just a potassium pill, and it's the gluconate. Okay, so there's a few differences in those. I don't find a difference for me personally if I go with a different type, but I like this one. This one seems to be working for me. I don't get cramps at night. I've been able to sleep, which is amazing. The other thing I take at night that helps me get my sleep is this magnesium right here, you guys. We've tried a few different magnesium things. These are the ones that work the best for me, okay? So again, this is just my experience, my personal experience with these supplements. So when we were shopping for a magnesium supplement, several of them do come with sugar in the capsules or something like that, because magnesium, if you don't know, does not taste very good on its own. So this one actually has MCT in it as well, which is from coconut. And I find that my skin is even getting a little bit better, and I sleep so much better. I didn't take this last night and I didn't sleep as well. But when I take these, I wake up feeling super refreshed and ready to start the day and ready to go tackle the workout that's in front of me. All right, here we go. Let's get into the vitamins. So I have a vitamin D3 plus K2 that we take that's with the coconut oil. We order this one on Amazon, so I lied. We do order this one on Amazon, okay? But Amazon's basically like a grocery store, and you can find this at the grocery store, okay? So this D3 and K2, and this is one of the ones that I do take. I do not take a vitamin B supplement because I am getting that from the meat. You'd be surprised. So let's talk about the benefits of vitamin D. All right. So the benefits of vitamin D is that it's going to strengthen your bones and your teeth, your chompers. It's going to give you immune support. You're not going to get sick as much. It's going to help regulate your mood. Are you emotionally all over the place? Maybe you are low on vitamin D, which you can also get. I will get to where you can get it from, but if you're low on vitamin D, there is one very specific source that you can go to get your vitamin D. Muscle strength. So if you are building muscle, or even if you are just trying to live your daily life and lift a milk jug, you probably need a vitamin D. And it's going to help you fight off disease. Okay, chronic diseases are fought off with vitamin D. I mean, vitamin D is essential, y'all. Honestly, like you can't, I want to say you can't really overdo it, you know, but you probably can depending on where you're getting the source from. So I would recommend with a vitamin D supplement like this, only one tiny pill, and I can show you how big they are. They are super duper tiny. Look at this. One is all you need. That's it. That's all you need. Okay. One of those. But it's going to help so much with so many different things. It also aids in calcium absorption. So if you have, I don't want to say brittle bones because I don't have brittle bones, but I do have a deficiency in calcium because I do not drink milk, nor will I. Thank you. No thanks. And there are other sources that you can get it from, and you do get it from your meat. So when I'm eating meat, I am getting calcium, and I do get calcium when, and don't be grossed out by this, but I do sometimes eat the bones. So that said, I'm getting plenty of calcium, collagen, and all of the C's, all right? But I still need to take a supplement to help my body because I feel better when I do. Sorry, I heard something. Okay, so the natural sources that you can get vitamin D from, are you ready for it? Get a pen out. I'll wait. Sunlight. Go out and touch some grass, as my son would say. Go outside. You can spend 10 to 15 minutes out there, and you're going to be loaded up on vitamin D for the day, okay? So your body produces this vitamin D naturally when you are exposed to the UVB rays, okay, that come from the sun. You can get vitamin D from fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, tuna. I enjoy salmon. I actually do like sardines. I don't think I've ever had mackerel, and tuna. I love tuna. So good. Egg yolks. But I'm allergic to eggs. Are you sure? Have you had that tested? Because the yolks are different than the whites. Most people that say that they're allergic to eggs are actually allergic to the whites and not the yolks. So you could, if it's not life-threatening, experiment with that and see if you can eat the yolks. Liver, nope, not gonna eat that. So I take Primal Queen vitamins. Again, not sponsored, but I am doing their beef organ supplements. I did not bring that out here with me because I didn't want to accidentally get flagged. So yeah, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I do enjoy those meat organ supplements because you are not going to catch this girl eating liver. No, thank you. Fortified foods, it says milk, orange juice, and cereals you can get vitamin D from. However, I do not recommend any of those things. for some very specific reasons. Number one, cereals are all synthetic and manufactured in a manufacturing plant that uses various different ways of preserving that food so that it lasts a really long time on the shelf. Not sure you want to do that. Orange juice has an excessive amount of sugar. Even though most people would argue it's natural sugar, it's still sugar, and it still goes and gets processed in your body in such a way that you're feeding it a lot of sugar at that point. Milk. There is no adult human that actually requires milk for anything, for any reason. In fact, no child, for that matter, does either. Just my personal opinion, where I stand on the matter. Don't come at me. That's just my personal thoughts on it, okay? But I don't think you should have any of those things, because those things are all manufactured and highly processed. So my stance on issues is that you stay away from manufactured and highly processed foods. All right, when you should supplement and why you should supplement vitamin D. Winter months in low sunlight regions. So here in Texas, we don't really have this problem. We get the sun all the time. It could be raining and then 10 minutes later it'd be perfectly sunny like it is right now. We don't really have a low sunlight situation here, but if you are in a low sunlight area, or you get winter that's, wintry, then you'll want to take a vitamin D supplement for sure. Just to help yourself. Again, eating those, fatty fish, getting some sun, egg yolks, all those kinds of things are going to help you with that. If you don't spend time outside or use sunscreen, or you do use sunscreen every day, which I also don't use sunscreen. I know some of you are going to be like, you're going to die so young. No, I promise you I'm not. I actually don't even burn anymore. When I stopped using sunscreen, I stopped burning, ironically. So that's something I've been researching. I'm not quite ready to talk about that yet, but I do know that sunscreen is very high in chemicals, most of them. There are only a few out there that actually can help you. People with darker skin produce less vitamin D from sun exposure. So you should, if you have darker skin, be taking a supplement to kind of help you. Older adults. So my parents should be taking vitamin D, because as we get older, just like our muscles start to atrophy if we haven't been working them regularly, so does other production in your body. You just have a reduced ability to synthesize these, different things. So your body just, it's aging. Okay, so be gentle with it as it ages, but we also want to steward it well and make sure that we're getting proper amounts of vitamins in. Anybody with bone density concerns or immune health issues should be taking a vitamin D supplement, because like I said before, it helps to stave off those diseases, those chronic diseases, and it just helps with absorption of that calcium, which helps with your bone density. So make sure you're taking a vitamin D supplement if any of those situations apply to you. And also, if you just feel tired, it can help with that. So that is vitamin D. As I stated, I don't actually take a vitamin B supplement, but I am going to tell you what I would recommend. So I worked at a vitamin store for a long time, and a lot of people asked me, what do you recommend for energy, for low energy? I have low energy. So my recommendation, even back then when I was not a carnivore, was eat meat and protein and take a vitamin B supplement. This has been around for years. Everybody knows about vitamin B, and I highly recommend vitamin B complex, because all of the different types of vitamin B hit a different area, okay? But we're just going to talk about the complex today and what that can do for you. So a vitamin B complex is going to support your energy production, help convert your food into fuel, help your brain function, mental clarity, focus. It promotes your cell metabolism and red blood cell formation, especially B12 and folate. So if you're pregnant, they're always telling you to take folic acid. That's another type of folate. So aids in proper nerve function. This is literally hitting you from head to toe when you take A B supplement supports healthy skin, hair, and nails, helps balance hormones and manage your stress. Are you stressed out all the time? Think about what you can do naturally to help yourself lower stress. That can be a B complex vitamin and protein. Eat your protein, take your vitamins, okay? And like I said, not everybody feels the same way I do about vitamins. I find that it helps me feel better. I'm hoping that my experience will also help some of you as well. I'm not here to convince you of anything or anything like that. I'm just here to tell you my experiences and what my research has led to. The sources of vitamin B, are you ready? It's not that long, but I'll help you. Okay, meat, poultry, fish. Those are going to give you the B12, niacin, riboflavin, and thiamine. All very important parts of the B complex vitamins. Eggs and dairy, which I did say I don't drink milk, but I do enjoy dairy. I like cheese and yogurt and cottage cheese, and I do enjoy other things. I just don't like to sit down and drink a glass of milk. To me, that's just gross. I don't know. I've always felt that way, by the way. So if you haven't followed me for a long time, then you probably didn't know that, but I'm not a huge fan of just drinking a glass of milk. It's just not my thing. Leafy greens, I also don't eat those, but they're high in folate and B6. They're, certain ones of them are also high on other things, oxalates. So I would definitely do your research and determine which leafy greens are good for you, because oxalates can oftentimes flare up autoimmune disorders, and also if you have arthritis like I do, it's going to flare that up as well. So just be careful, be mindful, do your research on those things. Legumes and beans, I don't eat any legumes or beans, but they are high on folate, B1 and B6. Again, you just want to do your research and see if you have any issues with those. Nuts and seeds, niacin, B6, and folate. Every once in a while, we do enjoy having some almonds or walnuts in the house. Usually around Christmas time, we do enjoy having some roasted nuts. And I'm not fully against nuts and seeds. We just don't eat them all the time, and we don't eat seeds usually, not seeds, just nuts. Whole grains will give you thiamine, niacin, riboflavin, and B6. We don't eat a whole lot of whole grains either. So we're carb-free and sugar-free in our house. And so a lot of these things on these lists we don't eat, but some of you are probably either ketovore, keto, or you're still eating a standard American diet. And if those things are true, these are the things that are going to help you to get extra vitamin B in your diet, okay? I do like the supplements too, though, because I think that they can really help to balance things out a little bit, especially if you're not eating a whole lot of meat and things like that. So why and when you might want to supplement, if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, you have to have B12 supplementation, because you are absolutely not getting it, okay? You're not getting enough of it, I should say. You are getting it, just not enough of it. Anybody with digestive issues or malabsorption, this includes people with celiacs and Crohn's, you might require extra support, and a B complex vitamin can definitely help with that. During pregnancy, remember we talked about folic acid. Folate is critical for fetal development. So if you're not eating a lot of protein, or let's say you're like me and you have hyperemesis, okay? Both of my kids, I had hyperemesis, couldn't keep anything down. I had to take vitamins for everything. So that is super important. Definitely talk to your doctor if you are pregnant or anything like that. Just talk to them before you take any supplements. They may have things that they want to recommend to you for your body in particular. People under chronic stress or a high physical demand. You work outside all day long, okay? Let's take that example. And you are just under a lot of physical stress, or you have a job in an office and you're the boss man, okay? And you're under a lot of emotional stress. A B complex can definitely help you to manage all that stress and to be able to come down from high stress situations and go home a little happier, okay? So those are some of the things that I do as far as vitamins, supplementation, how important they are. This is going to be a highly individualized thing for most of you, but I still think that certain supplements can be good for you in that they can help you if you're not getting enough of it from your diet, or if certain things can be a trigger for you with an autoimmune or other chronic issue that you're dealing with, a supplement can really help to make sure that you're still getting the vitamins that your body needs without triggering any symptoms, okay? So that's what I had for this one. If you like this content and you like this kind of thing, make sure you drop a comment, like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you back here real soon. As always, be strong, be grateful, and be a prize. I'm gonna leave you with one last thought. 1 Corinthians 6:19. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own. So steward what you have well, learn what your body needs, and take good care of the temple that God has given you. May you all be blessed, and I will be back real soon.